Hey everybody, Susan here with Pumpkin Hill Stampers. Welcome to March. So today I'm going to share the card candy kits that I sent out to my VIP customers from last month. They are featuring the Painted Seasons bundle, which is a new celebration item you can get with a $100 order. I'm also sending some of the 4-season die cut framelits that coordinates with that set that you can purchase now. And I tied in, because there's no sentiments in the Painted Season, I used a couple of sentiments from the Itty Bitty Birthdays and sent those along, stamped in the Poppy Parade that coordinates with some of the colors in the paper, and also some Poppy Parade stitched striped ribbon, I should say striped ribbon. So those kits went out on the 1st, so all of my VIP customers should be getting those this week. So have fun playing with them. Remember to snap a photo and email it to me, and then you're entered into the end of the month drawing, okay? And as you can see, I've got some cards laid out here that I'm going to go through with you really quick on the video today, because if we're making card candy kits, we might as well make some pretty cards, right? So let me move these out of the way, and we'll just go ahead and get started. So you remember that each month I do card candy challenge. I also usually borrow a case challenge from another website. This month I'm going to borrow the Global Design Project sketch here. And so the first card I'm putting together kind of follows this sketch, so I thought I would just share it with you now. This is active, I think, through today, so if you wanted to play in that, you'd have to get busy. But I will put the link below so you can at least go and see all the other fun projects that were submitted for that. So I'm starting with Whisper White Card Base. Then I've got a Poppy Parade piece of cardstock, and then I'm going to pair these two pieces of DSP together on the front, just like that. So let's go ahead and put some snail on here. I love that color too. I think that's going to make some good St. Patrick's Day cards, but that's later in the month, not right now. So let me start by putting this piece on, and then I'm going to pair it with this second piece of DSP. Now I want mine closer to the edge, so I'm going to have a little bit of a gap between them, but no worries, because that's where I'm going to put my ribbon. My ribbon's going to go right down between them. So I'm going to put some snail on the back all the way across, because I'm going to wrap and tack my ribbon behind. So a nice simple flat ribbon, but it's going to add texture and color to the card. So I'm just going to go right down that line. I'm just going to add a little bit of snail over the top, help that stick to the front. And now I'm just going to put that right down on the front of my card. So how easy was that? Alright, so now I've created my base. Okay, now I used my tag punch, my triple banner tag punch, and I cut the birthday wishes out of my paper. I'm going to put that down. I think I'm going to put that on dimensionals. So let me go ahead and do that. Ooh, gotta get those backs off. Okay, so there's my dimensionals. Now, when I put this down, I also want to be able to put the flower kind of on the end. So I gotta make sure that I'm going to be able to not be off my card. So there, I use that like that. I'm just going to put a dimensional on there as well. Pop that up at the end. Good. And then I've got this little tiny leaf that I've stamped in Call Me Clover, another coordinated color. I'm just going to put glue dots on the back of that, and I'm just going to stick that in here like this. So, nice and simple, just designer series paper for your background, nice simple tag for your sentiment. Use some of the embellishments with the coordinating framelits that go with our stamp set, and there we go. So it's a pretty good case of that card. Okay, so now I have two more, right? So here was the second set. So as you can see, I've got some more pieces. Now this one I cut down a little bit smaller. This one's Pool Party to coordinate with this paper. But I'm doing that same idea. I'm just going to pair the DSP papers together to create my background. So remember, our designer series paper comes two-sided. One side usually has a prominent pattern and one side usually is a little more subtle. So I'm just going to piece these two pieces together. Again, I have a little bit of a gap just because I want the edging to be kind of the same, but that's okay because I have a piece of 1/2 inch Pool Party here. Instead of using my striped ribbon, I'm just using a piece of cardstock to create my ribbon across. So there's that. Okay, so that's going to go on the front. I think I'm going to go ahead and pop that one up on dimensionals this time. Now I'm going to go ahead and use the edge of my dimensionals. So I'm just going to put a piece down there and a piece down there. Don't think just because that's the edge you can't use it. Use it all. I can remember when we used to have to cut our stamps out and we would use the backing that came with stamps. So be resourceful. Okay, so there's that. Now, this time I used my circle punches and I punched out this expression, awesome at any age. And I'm just going to put that down with snail. I don't want it to be too thick for the envelope. And I'm just going to place this right along that paper ribbon. Okay? Now obviously mine's nice and dry. I'm not worried about smudging. So I am going to put this guy up on a dimensional, just because I think it's fun to have a little pop, and that coordinates with that patterned image there. And then I have another one of these little leaves that I'm going to add. See, this time I think I'll have it go down. So there's card number 2. It's card number 1. Here's card number 2. Now let's look at the case sketch. So it doesn't exactly match, right? But if I do this, it's pretty close. Or take a case and flip it over if you want to, right? Just because this is the pattern, it can go any direction. So my first one went up and down. The second one I reversed. You can also do a card on its side. So take a case and really decide how you want to use it for your particular card. Okay, they're just guidelines, they're not rules. Alright, so now this one, I have this fun, I kind of call this like Christmassy paper, right? Seasonal paper, but it's fun for any time of year. But I am going to put it on to Call Me Clover. Now as you can see, I've stolen a circle with my stitch framelit out of there because no one's going to see it, right? So steal those pieces when you can. Just going to layer that on there. I'm going to put that on dimensionals again. I think I'll use my same little end trick. Just make 2 ends. Peel that off. Okay, so now this card is opening this way. So here's, alright, so Call Me Clover on Call Me Clover with our DSP. And then I borrowed from the Meant to Be stamp set, the Just For You expression, right? This is kind of end of the year, like I said, Christmassy paper, so I didn't really want to put a birthday expression on there. So I borrowed the Just For You expression. So I'm just going to put that on the circle that I die cut. Okay, I'm going to pop that on a couple of dimensionals. This one's going to be thicker, but that's okay. And I'm going to put that right here. Good. And then we've got our 2 embellishments. This time I have the pine cone and the fern. And let's see, I'm going to pop the pine cone up and then I'll put the fern behind. So layers and texture. Okay, remember layers and texture. So there are 3 quick cards I put together. Now yes, I added some additional cardstock, but when you get my card candies, you can do what you want with supplies I send you, right? They're just a sampler, so you put them together the way you want to, or add whatever else you want to add from your project. So there's 3 cards that used this case from the Global Design Project. So I'll put the link for the Global Design Project down below in the comments. There'll also be a link over to my card candy challenge on the website. If you want to play on my card candy challenge, all you gotta do is drop me an email and I'm happy to send you a kit in the mail as well. As long as you play, you get another one. And for anybody who orders or stamps with me, you get one automatically because you are my VIPs. For March, we have a new hostess code. Here it is, KFSBAUU. And if you place an order online with me, you're entered in my end of the month drawing for free shipping. If your order is more than $150, yay for you, that's a lot of stamping stuff, you don't want to use that host code, but you will still be entered into my drawing. And it is the last month of celebration, everybody, and I posted on my website on the 1st all of the current items you can earn with Celebration. They added some additional items from the regular catalog, so there's some new additional items you can earn. So you want to go check that out. I'll put the link below to that post. And hop on over to the website, pumpkinhillstampers.com, subscribe to my blog emails, and you'll get all the fun projects and all the fun news I share more often than just here on the videos or in my newsletter. Alright everybody, I appreciate your time today. I hope you enjoyed these cards. I hope you're enjoying Celebration. Go do some fun stamping. Thanks everybody. Bye-bye.